Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we're meeting the absolute, undisputed king of drama in the punctuation world. If you want to make your writing literally leap off the page, if you want your characters to sound incredibly real, and if you're looking to add instant suspense to a story, well, you are in the exact right place. We're looking at the powerful, the exciting, the thoroughly dramatic M-dash. Here is our script for today's show. First, we'll meet the M-dash. Then, we'll cover the 3 big dash jobs, dive into leveling up your narrative writing, put our skills to the removal test, and finally, learn why you definitely shouldn't overload the dash.
All right, Section 1. Let's formally meet the M-dash.
So, what is it? Basically, the M-dash is a long horizontal line. It actually gets its name from old-fashioned printing presses, because back in the day, this specific dash was exactly as wide as a capital letter M. Today, it stands as the absolute longest dash in English writing, and its primary job? To interrupt a sentence on purpose. Think of the M-dash as the punctuation mark that whispers, "Wait for it," right before shouting, "Surprise!" It drops in to add instant drama, highlight extra information, or create a really sudden, unexpected change in direction. Now, it's honestly super easy to mix our star up with its look-alike cousins, but they have completely different jobs. You've got the hyphen, which is the shortest mark. It acts as glue to connect words together, like in the word well-known. Then there's the N-dash, which is medium length and is used for counting or showing a range, like pages 10 to 20. But the M-dash, it is the longest and it is purely for drama. Just keep this simple formula in your back pocket. Hyphen equals short and glue. N-dash equals medium and counts. But the M-dash equals long and drama.
And here's how you actually summon this action hero onto your screen. It's kind of a neat little trick on most computers. You just type your first word, then type 2 standard hyphens right in a row with absolutely no spaces, and then type your next word. Most word processors will magically snap those 2 little hyphens together into one long dramatic M-dash. And please, notice this absolutely crucial detail for standard American-style writing. The M-dash touches the words on both sides. 0 spaces before it, 0 spaces after it.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 3 big dash jobs.
Job number 1 is what I like to call the interrupter. This is when a pair of dashes drops extra information right smack into the middle of a sentence. It acts a whole lot like a parentheses, but way louder and way more dramatic. Just listen to this. My little brother, the messiest kid on the planet, left peanut butter on my homework. Those 2 dashes slice right into the sentence to deliver this highly specific, hilarious detail about the brother before perfectly snapping back to the main action of the peanut butter crime. Job number 2 is the big reveal. In this scenario, we use a single M-dash right near the end of a sentence to set up a massive surprise, a punchline, or just a really important final idea. I opened the mysterious box and found the one thing I never expected, my missing hamster. That dash basically tells your brain to hit pause, take a quick breath, and brace yourself for the reveal. Without that dash, the hamster's grand return just wouldn't have the same comedic punch.
And job number 3 is the sudden interruption in dialogue. If you're writing a story, sometimes a character just doesn't get to finish their sentence. An M-dash at the end of their dialogue perfectly cuts off the speaker for a really sharp surprise. "Wait, don't open that!" Boom! The door slams shut. See, this is very different from an ellipsis, those 3 little dots that show a voice slowly trailing off. No, the M-dash is not a slow fade. It is a sharp, sudden, completely unexpected cutoff. Which brings us to Section 3, leveling up narrative writing.
Think of punctuation marks as traffic signals for your reader. A comma is a yellow light. A period is a red light. But an M-dash? It's a speed bump right before something huge happens. Look at this flat version. I looked under the bed and saw a pair of glowing eyes. I mean, it's okay, but it reads kind of fast. Now feel the dramatic version. I looked under the bed and saw a pair of glowing eyes. The exact same words, but that dash creates a literal heartbeat of suspense right before the scary part. It forces the reader to freeze for just a split second.
This tool is an absolute game changer for character development. Because, let's be real, human beings simply don't think or speak in perfectly smooth textbook sentences. We change direction constantly. We blurt things out. Using dashes lets your narrators and characters interrupt themselves, which reveals their true, hilarious, or terrified personalities. It adds that perfect layer of attitude when characters make snarky side comments, and as we just saw, it builds incredible suspense by setting up mini cliffhangers. So, the real takeaway here is all about punctuation volume.
When you want to add extra information, you have choices, sure, but they all operate at different volumes. Parentheses sort of whisper the extra information, like you're leaning in to tell a quiet secret to the reader. Commas just speak in a totally normal, everyday voice. But the em dash is loud and dramatic. You only want to bust it out when your extra information genuinely deserves a massive spotlight.
All right, moving to section 4, the removal test.
If there is just one number you remember from this section, please make it the number 2. If your dramatic interruption happens right in the middle of a sentence, you absolutely must use a matching pair of 2 em dashes, one to open the thought and one to close it back up. Never, ever leave a middle-of-the-sentence interruption hanging with only one dash. It basically traps your reader inside a dramatic pause forever.
So, how do you know if you place that pair of dashes perfectly? You use the removal test. To check your work, always read your sentence out loud, but completely skip over everything sandwiched inside those dashes. If the sentence still makes complete sense and is grammatically totally fine without that middle part, boom, congratulations, your dashes are perfectly placed. But if the sentence suddenly falls apart or sounds like absolute gibberish, actually, scratch that. If it sounds even a little weird, your dashes are in the wrong spot.
Finally, let's hit section 5. Don't overload the dash.
The number one mistake young writers make, they fall so deeply in love with the dash that they start using it literally everywhere. Look at this chaotic, overloaded mess of a sentence. I woke up late and ran downstairs, skipping breakfast, because the bus, my only ride, was already outside. Yikes. When every single phrase gets treated like a dramatic interruption, nothing feels special anymore. It's exhausting to read, it's super choppy, and all the drama is completely watered down.
To fix a mess like that, we just smooth out the beginning, use a totally normal comma for the breakfast detail, and save our single pair of dashes for the detail that actually matters most, the panic of the bus being the only ride. This right here proves that the em dash is exactly like hot sauce, or maybe glitter. A little bit goes a very long way and makes everything way more exciting. But if you just dump the whole bottle onto your page, you ruin the whole thing.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this thought. You now possess arguably the most dramatic tool in the English language. It can make your readers freeze, gasp, or even laugh out loud. So, in your next story, where will you use this superpower to bring your characters to life? What single dramatic moment will you choose to spotlight with the powerful drum roll of an em dash? And more importantly, will you use it wisely? Thanks for exploring with us, and happy writing!